Yo, what up, everybody? It is Sunday evening, night, almost, something like that. I don't really know the difference between some of those sometimes. When you start getting to that, I don't know, that 4 or 5 o'clock, well, it's still evening, right? It's evening, yeah. Yeah, what am I talking about? Anyway, so y'all remember this infamous chick got me that my account locked, got a sort of a ban, if you will, which was, it ended up being lifted, of course. I was taken down for a few weeks because I responded to this tweet that Infamous had in regards to my likeness. It was my picture, and she said something about fanboys, yada yada. Captain Marvel. It was when the whole Captain Marvel thing popped off, and you have these non-comic book reading SJWs, as they always do, try to infiltrate these subcultures, hijack them, acting as if they are a part of it. But when you hear them talk about the shit, you can tell that they found out about this shit yesterday. They're just using this to sort of piggyback off of, and of course they use the Captain Marvel stuff to do that. And I quote tweeted her, I called her bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga, something like that, something along those lines. And I got banned, account locked. And it's funny because like the next minute that it shows that two Twitter employees, I guess, weren't on the same page, because before they locked my account, they said that people were reporting it, but there was nothing wrong with it. But they still locked my account. I have those emails. If you go to my Facebook as well as my Twitter, I posted those. I was like, y'all clearly ain't even on the same page. But this is what they do. They brag about this all the time. We're Infamous and their posse. They hashtag deplatform hate, right? In which they're going around trying to lump all of these people in the same categories, and they want to make it seem as if you're way worse than what you actually are, being dishonest. And they utilize, more so abuse, Twitter's little mechanism in which they allow you to report tweets. They abuse it because, unfortunately, Twitter they don't have it figured out quite yet, in which, okay, if there's abuse, you have to do a better job in looking at that as an abuse, and people just trying to get people they don't like off of it. Well, Infamous, as well as this other nonsensical Twitter, SJW, Spider-Man or whatever, both caught bans. I think this is Infamous' second one, because she caught it and then got reactivated and she got caught again. And this tweet I'm about to show y'all I thought was just hilarious. From some person, I have no idea who she is. Side Comics Gate, morons, mass reporter, Infamous, and got it suspended again. Hey, Twitter support, when you going to figure out that there's a coordinated campaign to get this account suspended, and how long are y'all going to keep falling for it? Isn't that weird? How this is literally exactly what her and her posse does, but now, because people have utilized the same tactic on her and it results in her being banned, now all of a sudden it's about these coordinated campaigns. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? When that's all she's been doing is coordinating campaigns to get people banned. She brags about it. That's what she does. And now all of a sudden, no. I would call it caramel, but I don't think that's quite the proper word. More so what this is that this is something that this person brags about, her and her posse brags about doing, getting people suspended on Twitter, getting people reported, hashtag deplatform hate. This is what they brag about doing to anybody that they don't like, essentially, which included me at one point. People are using the same tactic that you utilized on them, thus meaning, for the most part, if you didn't resort to this, if she didn't resort to this as a tactic, this wouldn't have happened. People would be trying to go out of their way to report her for things that she says on Twitter, right? That is something. All this is people like, all right, this is what they do. All right, bet. We'll abuse the mechanism too. We'll abuse this mechanic that Twitter has, in which they allow you to report people, and again, they don't quite have the algorithm figured out, and so oftentimes people get banned. And maybe so with this person, with Infamous, she may have said something that violated the terms of service. I don't really know. All I'm saying is that, isn't it funny how they're talking about coordinating campaigns when that's all that she does? And now it's being used on you. And this is why I've said time and time and time again, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, when you go around just reporting people and having these teams of people that report people, inevitably speaking, people are going to do the same thing to you. So I would watch it. If that's your tactic, I would most definitely watch it, because you're incentivizing people to utilize it on you. Like exactly what just happened to this weirdo. Now, to me, it's funny as shit, because something that she and her posse abuses, she brags about doing, happened to her, as well as some of her colleagues. That, to me, is fucking hilarious. That's hilarious as shit to me. But this is what happens. You've incentivized people, riling them up because you're doing that to them. And here you are. Now, I will say that Twitter has to do a better job in how they monitor that. Because like I said, it took me like almost a month, if I'm not mistaken. It took me a while for me to get reactivated for something that obviously I didn't violate any sort of rules that they had. But it is what it is. I'm just saying, this is hilarious. This is really funny, y'all. This is like legitimately funny that this happened to this lame ass person. Again, this Infamous chick, she's not really part of the comic book community. If you go watch, there's some crap on YouTube on what she's trying to talk about, like more so the culture of it, and she has no idea what she's talking about. You can tell in how she's, in the verbiage that she's using. She has no idea what she's talking about. She has no idea how the industry works, and she has no idea what she's talking about. But this is I believe this is the same chick, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to put myself out there. There's another thing that she said regarding Dragon Ball that I believe that was her that had things confused. I just don't want to put it out there if I'm indeed wrong. So I'm not going to give the whole story on that. What I do know that she goes around talking about deplatform hate and bragging about getting people reported and shit, sending her posse on people, and this is what happens. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today.